Hey, I think we should start a podcast.
You're a podcast! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Your Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Austin Kassler, and this is my lovely wife.
Hi, I'm Faith.
And she is lovely. What's up? We got chicken defrosting in the sink, we got corn growing outside, and I got a spider bite on the inside of my leg, and it itches like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's pretty big, too.
Yeah,
It's a large spider bite. And I hate when you get
Trying to
spider
kill
bites
me.
in your sleep, because it skeeves me out.
Oh, that there was a spider crawling up near your biz?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever I get, like an ingrown or, like, a little lumpy bumpy, like, especially near my especially near my biz, I'm like, oh my god, a spider could crawl inside me and lay eggs. I don't want spider babies coming out of me.
You know what? Anytime that I get a spider bite now, I think of the movie The Sisters Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
That monster fucking spider crawls into his mouth and he eats it and it like lays babies in him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yuck. That was a weird movie, too.
That was a weird movie. It was categorized as a comedy.
It had funny bits, but it was not a comedy.
Yeah, it was not a comedy. But
It wasn't bad. It wasn't what we expected
no.
when we put it on.
It wasn't bad. The action parts were pretty good. And
Yeah.
the storyline.
And I like Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is really good.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? The guy who always plays another character
Opposite
with
Will
Ferrell.
What is his name? Danny. No, that's Danny McBride I'm thinking about. Who is he?
He's funny. I like Danny McBride.
Sometimes I think he's funny and sometimes I'm like not down with it.
He's kind of an over-the-top character.
Yeah, he's always the same character too.
Yeah.
He's always kind of just a dick.
Kind of. But he's
Sisters, brothers.
he's believable as a dick to the point where you don't really care that he's a dick.
John C. Reilly.
I never would have gotten that.
I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
But so like Danny McBride, what's that movie, This Is the End?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, but it's not great because of him.
The movie was great, but I thought his character was great too. His character caused the necessary tension for it to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have just been like a lot of friends together in the apocalypse who just kind of die.
Yeah, who half of them didn't believe that it was the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Thought it was
So,
an earthquake or whatever. Yeah.
and then Tropic Thunder.
I've never seen it, but it didn't age well. People are still upset. Now they're upset about Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface.
Yeah, because Robert Downey Jr. does blackface.
Yeah.
But in the movie, it's like part of the script.
Yeah,
He is Robert Downey Jr., and in order to get the role, he had like experimental skin pigmentation surgery to make his skin darker.
And people that like actually have seen it and like know the point, and like Robert Downey Jr., he apologized because like that was kind of the point, though.
Yeah. It wasn't.
It was kind of being that way.
It was supposed in the movie. It was controversial.
Yeah.
Like they were like, "How are you doing this?" And he's just like in the movie. He's like such a thorough. What's it called? Where you like don't break character the whole time.
Method actor.
Yeah, he's like such a crazy method actor that he's just like willing to do this.
Yeah. It's like Shia LaBeouf. People were mad at him recently.
I heard about this.
Because of this movie he's going to be in, where people were saying he was doing like brown face, like he was pretending to be Latino.
Yeah.
But that's not the point, I guess, if you actually see the movie and the director, because it hasn't come out yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the director was like, no, he's not trying to be Latino. He's a white guy that grew up in the ghetto surrounded by Latino people. So he just is like that.
And also, if you ask any Mexicans who like see that, like any like, you know, from the hood like people,
There's always
like,
a white guy.
Yeah, there is always a white guy.
Yeah.
And you know, they like see a picture of Shia LaBeouf all like Chicano'd out.
Yeah.
And they're like, hell yeah, that guy goes hard.
He went like crazy hard. He got like his tattoo, like his chest like fully tattooed for this movie.
Like that's so crazy because like as an actor, I feel like you want to be as like as not tattooed as possible until you start getting roles. Well, I guess Shia LaBeouf is kind of at that point where you're getting roles for being who you are.
Well, yeah, Shia LaBeouf is a weird actor. I feel like he was like at like, you know, peak fucking shit and then just like went nuts.
I think when he went nuts was his peak.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody was talking about
That's
him.
true. But he was at peak. Like, he could have gotten any movie he wanted. You know, he'd done like Transformers and shit. Like big movies, and then went crazy. And then did some fucking hilarious videos.
Oh, the Shia LaBeouf musical thing?
Yeah.
What is that called again?
I don't know. Shia LaBeouf.
Running from a knife from Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know. He's like the only person in the audience.
So much that
And
video.
he also did the "Just Do It."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I heard his like autobiographical movie Honey Boy is like fucking depressing though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's like he talked about it on Ellen, which is also a taboo subject these days. Ellen, who knows? You know,
I don't know.
I feel like I've heard people say like, yeah, she's a bitch, but she's a good person, and I'm like, some people just are not nice. But you can be a good person and not be nice. They're not exclusive.
I feel like getting to the amount of success that Ellen did.
Yeah.
You can't be nice to everybody. And I understand like some of the things that like people are coming at her with, saying that it was like discriminative and
yeah, but she's like, it wasn't, they're not that many people are saying she was, just the producers and the people in charge of her show, but they're saying since she's the face and the name of the show that she should know these things. And she should fire those people and like change things.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas so like it's like if you're the chef of a kitchen and your
something like why Gordon Ramsay's such a dick. Because all the food that comes out of his kitchen is his name.
Yeah. Well,
instantly.
So the thing with Gordon Ramsay is he can pretty much be as much of a dick as he wants to and get away with it now because he's ahead of it.
Yeah.
If Ellen like was just all the time, she was like, "Hey, I'm a nice person, but sometimes Mama's got to lay down the law."
Yeah.
And you know, getting ahead of it is a lot, but. Anyways, so it's like being a kitchen and then like a couple cases of food poisoning.
Yeah.
Show up, you know. It's like really bad. And because you're the chef, you're the face of it.
Yeah.
You know, whether or not it was like the dishwasher kid who helped wash the greens and didn't wash his hands first. Yeah. You know, like
it doesn't matter who it was. It's that restaurant now. It's your name. Mm-hmm. Which is what people are saying about Ellen. Do I think that's fair? Not necessarily. Do I think it's bound to happen? Yes.
Yeah.
But with Shia LaBeouf, he went on there and he was talking about his Honey Boy movie, which I do have on my like Amazon wait list to watch because I guess it's on Amazon Prime. And he was saying like, yeah, it's pretty much like a biography. He plays his own dad in the movie. Because his dad like had tried to get famous. It was just like really hard on him trying to get him to be Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Well, he was a child actor, so.
Oh yeah, Even Stevens, man, fucking great show.
Yeah.
I
never really watched it.
I loved Even Stevens.
We talked about this. I think was it last week we talked about
Disney shows.
Yeah.
I was a Disney kid.
You were a Disney kid. It might have been the week before,
yeah,
but
that's what we talked about.
Yeah, but you were a Disney kid through and through.
Yeah, I liked Lizzie. Like That's So Raven, Phil of the Future, Even Stevens.
Phil of the Future was an interesting show. I remember seeing it. And
I used to have the biggest crush on Phil.
Yeah.
He was a cutie. He's a tiny little man now.
Oh, is he?
He's very short.
From what I remember, he seemed like a tall, skinny guy.
He was a short, skinny guy.
Ah, okay.
Good show, though.
Yeah.
I liked all those shows. Didn't matter. Although I wasn't as into like the teen shows on Nick. We did talk about this recently, but we talked about cartoons mostly. But like I didn't watch like I did kind of, but not a lot. I didn't watch like iCarly or like Zoe 101. I'd seen episodes, but it wasn't like my jam. Like Hannah Montana and like Lizzie McGuire were.
I loved Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh is a great show, though.
Great show.
And she calls him boobs all the time.
Yeah. It was a good show. And the fat brother in that show looks great now.
Yeah, I hear he's a dick. I hear they're both dicks.
I mean, yeah. I feel like that's the curse of the child actor. It's
like, it could turn into a dick.
Now, look, like a lot of child actors like grow up and they turn out okay, you know.
Yeah.
You know, or like famous children, but that you do get a bad rap for either being insane, substance influenced or not, or
it's like
being a total dick.
Everybody as a teenager or in your early 20s has like, I'm gonna have a break, you know, or like, especially if you have that much pressure and like that much attention on you. People have mental breaks in normal life, you know, like let alone with people following you everywhere you go, doing everything you do and judging everything that you're doing. And I don't think it's that insane for people to have a mental breakdown if you're famous. No, I think people, it's like a weird stigmatism, especially around mental health in general. But
especially as a kid, you know, being a kid and being subjected to all that, like, it's nuts.
You're bound to have some shit, you know. You're bound to have an eating disorder, a drinking problem, a drug problem, a mental breakdown. Something's gonna happen. It might not be all those things. It might not be, you know, on that list, but you're having something happen. You're going to rehab.
Yeah. And I had borderline a few of those, and I wasn't even famous a little bit.
Right. I've had my share of anxiety attacks, and I'm not even kind of famous.
No. You're, if anything, less famous than me.
Yes.
But we're both on the podcast together.
Yes, but you do go out into the public. You've been able to go out twice and no more until we're back from vacation.
Yep.
To do your comedies.
Yep. And now I'm quarantine. You know, the quarantine.
Do you think they'll like continue until we're back, or do you think it's going to get locked down again?
I've heard that cases are actually dropping in the U.S. day by day.
Are they though?
Who knows if that's actually happening, or or if it's being said the cases are dropping in the United States.
It's because I'm the best president ever.
Yeah.
Also because people
your
can't
Trump
get
sounds like he just woke up from a bender.
Maybe he's tired.
Tired of leading this goddamn country.
You gotta do lips really to sound like him. For some reason the eyes just happen.
Yeah. Oh my god. So these two comedians did this video, and it's called Two Trumps, and they both dress up like Trump and did like the orange makeup and everything.
He's not as orange anymore.
He's not. I think because he received constant harsh criticism.
Still does the weird hand things though. Like I said, I was watching this interview of him, the HBO one that was fucking so painful to watch, but good, where he said that the United States has lower cases than the world. Yeah. No shit, Sherlock. That's because we're included.
It was. I saw that too, and what made that so funny was that he was like, "Look, we have less cases
we're lower in a lot of things."
And they're like, "Really? What?" And he like pulled out facts, which surprised me.
Yeah, he did pull out his paperwork.
Amazed me that he pulled out like an intelligence report and was like,
he clearly hadn't looked at it.
I'll show you. Obviously didn't look at it, but just the fact that he did that, I was like, wow.
Somebody just told him.
That's amazing.
It was so funny. The interviewer too. He was like, "We're lower than the world."
Yeah,
and the interviewer was like, "What is that? What does that even mean?" Anyways, but I was watching this interview and I was like, because people were making fun of him for having tiny hands.
Well, there's nothing he can do about that.
No, he's not. But I'm like, he uses his hands for everything. It's like somebody told him that if you're smart, like to look more intelligent, you gesticulate a lot, and he's
a salesman. He's a salesman.
Stuck with it. And it doesn't help the tiny hand thing.
Yeah, no. Well, okay,
see how tiny.
Before being a world leader, before being a politician, before being a real estate tycoon, before The Apprentice, before everything.
He was bankrupt a lot.
Yes. But he's a salesman.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of salesmen use their hands a lot because it's attention grabbing. It keeps your focus on you. So
what I see is his orange ass palms from all that self tanner.
I know, and it's
bad.
It's awful. But
get a spray tanner, man. You're the president.
Right?
Stop rubbing
just
it in.
A little better. Just don't take a trip to Var-a-Lago once and pay for your tanning for the entire presidency.
It even looks like gathering in his creases, you know, like it's dark. It's just
gross.
Not bad. Yeah,
it's so it's bad.
But I do recommend watching that HBO interview. It's actually, besides painful, good. The interviewer, the reporter is a good reporter. Mm-hmm. He thanked Trump for his time, which was nice, and Trump was nice about it too, which was weird because you could tell there was a lot of tense moments in there, and they kept talking over each other, and Trump would be like, let me talk, and then the reporter would try and ask a question, and he was like, Trump would try and talk over, he's like, no, let me finish my question, and then you can answer it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how are you going to answer half a question? You don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So, but it's a good interview. It's on HBO's YouTube channel. If you're interested to see, who is stupid and in charge. There's the way of it.
It was a very informative video.
Yeah, not in the way I assumed the president was hoping.
No, and I think in his head it went different.
Probably.
Also, but
would you date somebody, or like, not that you can date anybody because we're married, but would you, if we weren't, date somebody that supported Trump or had complete opposite political views of you?
Probably not complete opposite political views.
Yeah. Because we have different views on certain things.
We do.
But not so different. Like, we're pretty much on the same line. Sometimes it's just like more drastic of a thing. Like you and me on gun control very slightly, but we don't think like neither of us think like all things should be banned. But we're not like the same point of view on all the political things, but we're similar enough that it's not like butting heads.
It doesn't cause arguments.
Yeah.
If it was like, I was like, we don't need to do anything for gun control. If anything, we should take off protections.
Yeah.
And just let everybody have guns.
Yeah.
And then you were like, no, we need to lock it the fuck down.
Yeah.
That would obviously cause a lot of tension in our house.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do that. But if somebody was like, if I was dating somebody, and let's just go with now. If it's right now, and the other option is Biden.
Yeah. Which,
Listen,
everybody knows. We're all on the same page, okay?
Yeah. Like, I obviously think that pretty much anything's better than what we have now. And Biden does he has some good points and he has some bad points, and I think the best thing about it is that he's not coherent enough to follow through on anything. So we're just gonna have a 4-year break, which I like.
Yeah.
But if somebody was like, we need somebody who's going to be able to take action and like can actually speak words, even if they're stupid words.
Yeah.
We need to be able to make through a sentence without being like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that is weird. He does that a lot.
Then, in that situation, if you have like a definitive reason for supporting Trump, maybe I could get by it.
Yeah.
But it's not, if it was just like Trump forever.
Because he said the Mexicans would pay for the wall.
Yeah, then...
Because he looks badass in a mask.
Yeah, then there's gonna be some serious tension. And it might not work out.
Yeah, I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
If there were like a hardcore Trump supporter, I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
If it was just like, I voted for him because I'm Republican, I'd be like, well, that's a silly reason because I don't agree with voting based on party.
I don't either.
I think it should be based on politics, which is so weird.
Yeah.
Weird to vote based on ideas.
Mm-hmm. Faith and I are very much of the mind that the two-party system needs to be thrown out.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
See, my
it
whole
just pits people against each other to say the opposite of whatever the other people want.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is the problem with the two-party system? And listen, like if a lot of people say, well, a third party would just split the vote for one of the other parties running, and that's why we need like 5, 6, 8.
Because there are that many parties. It's just they're all under one. What is it? Independent.
There's
the third party.
There's that many parties, but they get kind of like lumped into this like third party, which almost is like a bad word.
Yeah.
But I think the way that like Parliament does it is they have a lot of different stuff, and they have like the rules to like make it that way. But when you have a two-party system, it creates a us versus them mentality, which humans are so easily influenced by.
So easily. We love to be in groups.
And I'm not above that.
No
100% not above that.
No.
But it's a problem when it comes to running the country.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you're voting solely based on that. Well, I'm this, so I have to No, you don't.
No.
I go based on what they say. Anyways.
Yeah.
It'd be weird to date now.
Oh my God, it would be
We've
weird.
been not dating for so long.
Let's talk about this. Let's end the political TED Talk.
Yes. Because we don't know anything.
Oh, we don't know jack
We just like
shit.
to read the news and be sad about where we are in the world.
Yeah.
And the voter suppression. That's a problem.
Yes.
Anyways, dating would be weird.
Dating would be so weird.
I've thought about this before. I thought about it even before we were married. Like, what if I had to start dating now? I thought about it immediately after high school. Like, how do people even meet people?
So look, before coronavirus, this, and you know, it's something that you think about, especially because I go out to bars a lot.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people that I hang around with, like
Doing the dating thing.
flirt, date, you know, have flings, you know, all this stuff. And
Doing that single grown-up thing.
well, as you know, as a married man,
Yeah.
I can just watch it from an outsider's perspective. And sometimes I'm like, man, that'd be cool to just be able to like hang out and just like hit it up with some chick and just like make out and go back to one of our places. And like, it'd be
Just be done.
cool and exciting.
Yeah.
But then you also see the fallout of what happens to a lot of that, and you're like, yay!
Yeah.
you're like, and you're
Also,
like,
I'm lovely. You
are lovely. Because that's what I say in the beginning.
I get it.
But and just like weird shit that happens
Dating's
with
weird,
dating,
dude.
and like people getting like, I mean, just like so hurt over like nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and the backstabbing and the name calling and the rumor spreading and everything
And the
else.
risk of crazies.
Yeah. Big risk of crazies.
Crazies.
Big risk of crazies.
On either side. Not saying
Oh.
only girls can be crazy. Guys are psychos too.
Absolutely.
Crazy doesn't know any gender or color.
It does not.
Crazy is crazy.
Yeah. Crazy is not
I feel like it's almost
prejudice.
always the crazy girlfriend people talk about. Boys be crazy.
The stalker.
It's always stalker
dangerous
boyfriend, but yeah, it's
like
always
that.
stalker boyfriend, but it's always crazy ex-girlfriend that like comes over and like breaks your shit. Boys do that kind of shit too.
Oh
Just
yeah.
for some reason, no one talks about it.
Yeah. I think it's because when boys do it, it tends to be scarier.
Yeah, it's more of like a murdery vibe.
Totally.
Whereas when girls do, it's like, dang, that bitch is crazy. Not that she couldn't murder you, because girls can be murderers too.
Oh,
we're not going to box
girls
anybody
are-
anywhere.
Girls are better murderers.
Generally,
Way better.
people always like, well, there's less girl serial killers, and I'm like, is there?
There's less
Cop ones
girl serial. There's enough girl serial killers for them to make a whole show about it.
for Deadly Women. Great show.
Yeah. And but because the thing is, like, I feel like women do a lot more premeditated murder.
Yeah.
You know, they're in a
Gotta
shitty
plan it out.
situation for a long time. Like, guys will just kind of snap and do stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whereas like girls are like, I'm gonna fucking get you and nobody's gonna know where you are.
Gonna just destroy that. Do you think they're we'll finish this fun conversation first and then I'll ask that question.
So what was that girl's name who got really famous because she cut off her husband's dick? What was her name?
I don't know. A lot of girls cut off guys' dicks. That's like number one.
There was someone who was like
Especially
really
if you're a cheater. If you're cheating, your
Yeah.
dick's getting cut off by someone.
there was someone who was like really famous for it. It was a girl. Anyways, I worked at this costume store.
Yeah.
You remember this? And there was a costume that was
that
her.
girl.
It was
Nice.
a nightgown with blood on it, and you carried a dildo around. It was hilarious.
It's a lot.
It was so funny.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name though. But no, dating would be weird. I wouldn't be good at it because I'm awkward.
Yeah. I think I'd be better at it than you,
But I'd
it's
get in a
still-
relationship faster.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but that's because you would probably, if we ended, you'd probably want to not be in a relationship for a while. I wouldn't either, but I also wouldn't date after I got it back into the pool. You know, I would not be in the pool for like a year and a half, and then I would just be like, okay, relationship, not like dating around.
Oh.
Whereas you'd be like, who even knows how soon? Probably like 6-7 months.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd take a while to like get back on my feet.
Yeah,
You
because we'd
know.
both be horrible wrecks.
Yeah.
If we just broke up, though, I think it'd be different. If one of us like died, I'd be ruined for like a long time.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's way different.
That's way different.
And then I would date. If
Yeah.
we just broke up, I'd get into a relationship. But if like you died,
Yeah.
knock on wood.
I think
if you
we
died,
were-
then I would probably date around a little because I'd be like, listen here, I was only with one person my entire life and he fucking died.
See, I'm the opposite. Where you said that you would like date around more if I were to die.
Yeah.
Versus like you would wait longer if we had like a breakup.
Well, yeah, I would just go into a relationship. So I wouldn't wait longer. I would get into a relationship sooner. If you died, I wouldn't even try and date for like 3-4 years.
Whoa, that's a long time. Okay.
I don't think I could. I think I would think I could, and I would like start to look, and then I'd be like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But that's because I know me and my problems with like depression and whatnot.
Yeah.
It would just be bad for like a while.
I think I can only sad masturbate for so long.
Yeah.
You know, and then
I
you
don't
gotta
need to masturbate though. I mean, like eventually I would, obviously, but I can go a couple months.
Yeah, that is where we differ. I could sad masturbate right now.
Are you sad?
No.
Gotta get sad first.
Yeah, but I could do it.
I could get sad and do it.
But I think if you were to die, it would take me a long time to get back into it, and like most likely I wouldn't want to date around as much.
Yeah.
Whereas if we were to like break up, and especially if it was a bad breakup, then I would like angry smash pretty quick.
Yeah. We angry smash each other. That's always what happens in movies, you know.
Yeah.
There's always whenever somebody goes to pick up their shit, there's an angry smash for some reason.
Yeah.
Who knows if that's real? I don't know. All my shit's based on TV.
Movies, yeah.
What I was gonna say is, do you think there are certain?
Yeah. Well, let us know. Have you
angry smashed?
Have you ever like been in a long relationship and then you broke up and then you went to go get your shit and then you angry smashed?
Angry smash.
Tell us.
Because that was aggressive.
Well, I went away from the microphone, so I felt like aggressive. I had to.
Because like if you have an argument, we angry smash.
Yeah.
But we've never had like that angry of a smash.
That's
too angry.
Not a breakup.
Yeah, we haven't done that since high school.
Yeah.
And then we weren't smashing when we broke up that time.
It was more of an angry smash in our faces together.
And that's how we ended up where we are. Not really. What I was going to say is, do you think there are things that your significant other can do so bad to warrant the crazy girlfriend reaction, the pouring the sugar in their gas tank, destroying their shoes, burning their shit reaction?
Yeah. Fucking their sibling warrants
fucking anybody related to them.
Type of reaction.
Parent, sibling, grandma, fucking cousin. Yeah,
grandma blow their head up. Like that. If you fuck someone's grandma, that's grounds for murder. Like
cheating on somebody, like your best friend, or cheating with like on you with like your best friend or something, like in your bed.
Oh yeah, it's in the bed. In the bed hurts more.
Any kind of cheating in your marital bed, warrants some kind of destruction to happen.
Yeah, I feel like that's accurate. Like, and I feel like as the recipient at the time feels unbalanced. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, like if I feel like if you're gonna like smash, I guess sometimes like. You can't help what your emotions, do. You fall in love with weird people.
Yeah, but just fucking break it off.
Right. But, Don't
smash in my bed.
Yeah. Not in the bed. Go smash on the couch or something.
Yeah.
I
would, burn this motherfucking house down.
Whoa.
If you had sex with I was thinking about this, not even just sex in the bed, but you'll understand why in a second. If you had sex with somebody else in our bed and then they used my hairbrush or something, used my shit afterward, I would destroy this house.
Yeah, you couldn't use anything that was even associated with it. Okay.
I've thought about that before. For some reason, I'm like, ew.
To self.
Yes. Don't let mistress use Faith's hairbrush anymore.
Yeah. If you have a mistress, hide the matches.
Yes. Don't let them use Faith's toothbrush.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? Just imagine being the other person, going over to someone's house, fucking someone's husband/wife, and then having the audacity to use their toothbrush after.
Yeah, you got to use the person you're cheating with's toothbrush for sure.
Yeah.
But
like what? Oh my God. Imagine
that'd be
that.
horrible. I've seen like those pictures where people are like, hooked up with a guy last night, came to his house, realized he was in a relationship, whatever, and like hid a note or whatever for like their significant other. Do you think that's cool or like real fucking lame?
I think it depends.
Yeah.
If you are if it's a consistent thing,
yeah,
I feel like you're equally as to blame.
Yeah.
But
if you just find out.
Yeah. If you're like together for 6 months and then you break up and you're pissed, so you tell the husband or the wife.
Yeah. Then that's like vengeful.
Yeah. I feel like that's not cool.
Yeah.
Because
but if you're like doing it a couple times and then find out like, oh, isn't this the guy you're doing or whatever? Isn't this the girl you're hooking up? Like, this is their boyfriend. Like I saw on like Facebook or whatever, like they've been dating for a while, and then you're like, oh shit. And then you tell them like, that's just fair.
I feel like, yeah.
If you don't know.
Especially.
If you do know you're the other person though.
Yeah.
It's always bad.
If it's a long term, you're almost equal. Yeah, no, you're pretty much equally as to blame.
Because you're continuing to do it.
Yeah, but you don't face any of the consequences.
Yeah.
Or maybe you do, but not as much.
Yeah. I don't know. Neither of us really know anything about this.
Yeah.
We're just talking.
If it's a one night stand, and like, let's say you're a girl and you go over to a guy's house and you smash and you're like, whoo, great one night stand, and you like smack each other on the butts.
Good game.
Say good game, and like you go clean up, and then he like puts a wedding ring on.
Yeah. Like
you can leave a note.
Yeah. Like what if it's like in that, what was it, Upload? The show on Amazon where they had like an app. You like rated your hookups based on their hookups.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
That was weird.
Good
show though. It's on Amazon.
I think the big difference
is knowing.
Differentiator, the big
differentiator.
That's the word. Is if you know or not.
Yeah. And when you find out, so it's if you know from the beginning or not, and if when you find out you keep doing it and don't tell them until after it's over, or you tell them instantly.
Yeah. So
there's times along the way to tell.
It's, you know what it is? It's the difference of putting something in your pocket and walking out of the store.
Yeah.
If you put something in your pocket, you walk out of the store, you leave, you go to your car and you feel something in your pocket and you go, oh my God. And you walk back into the store and you say, I'm so sorry. I walked out with this.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I accidentally put these sunglasses on my head, whatever.
Yeah, let me pay for them.
Yeah. Or the thing goes off. The door alarm goes off and you stop and you turn around rather than just going.
Yeah. Versus if you leave and come back and they have you on camera stealing shit, you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Or if you go out to your car and the guy sees you pulling something out of your pocket, you're going to get in trouble.
Do you think it's more, I think it's like mad weird. And once again, this is only from TV shows and stuff, but super weird.
All of our
references right now.
Yeah. Split up or dating, anything is just from movies.
Reality TV.
That's
I watched
true.
The Bachelor. Well, that doesn't count. Nobody's cheating in that show because he's in a relationship with like 20 people. I don't think it's cheating.
No, because
people get so upset in that show. I'm like, oh my God, he said he liked me. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck do you think you're signing up for?
What they signed up for.
Yeah, they should. They're stupid. They'll always think like they're going to be the one. Like your odds are 1 in 20. It's not good. Not good. You shouldn't think, I'm just going to win because I'm so pretty. The last Bachelor guy was a pilot, so all these girls were like, so I'm a flight attendant. That'll keep me different from the other girls. So it's like fucking 5 flight attendants there.
Yeah, and also like he meets flight attendants
all the time.
You know,
if he wanted to date one, he would.
Yeah, that's like, oh, he's a bartender and I'm a cocktail. So
yeah, exactly. Like, he's a bartender and I'm a drunk.
Yeah, bitch, he's tired of you.
But and like movies and shows and stuff, and you hear about it, like when the significant other cheats, for some reason people always get more upset at like the mistress or the manstress, which I don't think makes any sense. I understand being angry with them, but I want to be more upset.
Yeah.
Unless it was like a siren. Then I would be more upset at her for using her siren song. Magic.
Oh.
You know?
That took a
succubus.
That took a twist I was not ready for. Yeah.
Gotta follow me, Tim.
Yeah, I did. I was not prepared for it.
It's a little bit of a weird one.
I didn't think we were going magic, but okay.
In the world where magic's real, you know, like Umbrella Academy, which she just finished, if Allison was like, hey, I heard a rumor that we fucked, I'd be mad at her for doing it.
Whoa.
You know?
That'd be crazy.
But I wouldn't know because I wouldn't have been there.
Or like Misfits with the girl who like touches you and you like desperately want to have sex with her.
Yeah, I don't think that's anybody's fault except for hers.
Yeah.
What was her name?
I don't know, but it was a great show.
Great show, Misfits. It's on Hulu. Mm-hmm. Also about magic people. I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
Do you think that makes sense,
both
though?
of them have that same English character that we like.
Yes, Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan. Is his name Nathan in both of those shows?
No. His name's Klaus.
Klaus, that's right.
Alicia is her name. That's the horny bitch. Mm-hmm. I don't know what his though. Robert Sheehan is Nathan's real name.
Okay. Since we're talking magical cheating, and not cheating and it was magical, but cheating that involves
because magic.
We live in a world where
there's magic.
Magic horny people exist, which is just a realistic magic world. Because people are horny, and just because they have magic, that wouldn't go away.
Yes, that's true.
Let's say we're married, right?
We are.
In this weird, crazy, wacky world.
We are married.
We're married.
Wow. So magical. It happened already.
I guess magic does exist. And you walk in.
Uh-huh.
We're not in the bed because even under magic, I still
know
not to do that.
Yes.
I still know not to do that.
Could do it in this tiny guest bed.
Yeah. Or on a couch. We're somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And you walk in and it's me and some crazy chick is getting the stuff.
Getting that stuff. That's my stuff.
Getting the stuff.
My stuff.
And I immediately, I like snap out of some crazy thing and I'm like, get back, succubus, or whatever. And then she pretends to not be a succubus. She's like, I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. Or whatever.
Uh-huh.
How much convincing or evidence do you think there would need to be like, oh no, she's a siren?
All the evidence.
And she used her song.
Straight up
on
proof.
Me. Yeah.
100% would need fucking proof. I need like a fucking crazy bite mark or some shit on you to like prove it. Or like see, you'd be like, no, I promise we'll go to the same bar I met her at. You'll see it happen.
Mm-hmm. But like you come in and she like jumps out the window.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and you'd be like, she sang this song and I went crazy.
Happened in Charmed. Austin hates that show, but there's a succubus in that show.
The acting's so bad in that show.
Yeah, it is.
It's so good. Bad. And like
it's just nostalgia to me. I used to remember watching it in the mornings before school. It was on TNT. I would always have three episodes. Charmed. And then it'd be like Law and Order. It'd be like threes.
I hate that thing that they do where they're like, when something like annoys them and they're like,
yeah, I know. You talk about that a lot. Anyways. Yeah, I need all the proof.
Yeah. But like, so like, getting the stuff.
Uh-huh.
What the hell's going on in here? Ah! And then she's like,
I'd be like, whoa, that bitch is crazy. She jumped through a fucking window.
So,
psycho.
Basically, something crazy would have to happen.
Yeah.
That would seem unnatural.
Really just very strange.
Okay.
Weird reaction.
Because that could be... I don't have any stats to back this up.
How many
but
people
I'm
jump out
pretty
windows?
sure people have jumped through windows to get away from,
probably.
The other person's husband, boyfriend coming home.
If it wasn't a magical situation, would you try and run away? Am I scary enough?
Oh, Oh.
Because sometimes it is the person who actually lives there that runs away. You know? They're like, fuck this. I'm going to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
This is a new thought. I've never thought of what I would do in that situation. Okay. Okay. What was it that I did yesterday? Okay.
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 What were you watching when that happened? We were watching Umbrella Academy.
Yeah. Okay. Because you were throwing some mad theories that ended up being right. No spoilers, but she was right.
I'm right.
Okay?
I'm good at this.
Faith is good at predicting TV shows.
I should write them.
You could. Anyways. It depends on the situation, I think. Because basically, if I'm cheating and you come home and you see me cheating, it's done.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I should just run away.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know that you would, like... You might try to, like, hit me, but I don't think you would, like... really seriously injure me. Like,
no.
I don't think you'd go grab a knife or anything.
No. And like I said, I'd be more mad at the girl, so if she didn't run, she's getting her ass whooped.
All right. See, but why would you be more mad at the girl?
I don't know. I would be mad at you too, but she's the one that's going to leave. You live there.
Yeah.
I'll see you. I could track you down.
Yeah, but...
I got the extra of your credit card. I could track you.
That's true.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I could kick your ass anytime I want, but I got to get my shots in with this girl before she runs out the house.
Okay.
And then I would, you know.
I can understand that thought process. Because...
Or I would just maul you guys, just like jump on both of you while you were like still inside her.
Just bonk heads together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you guys like to smash? Smash.
I've had dreams like this. Where I have dreams where you're cheating on me all the time, you know, which sucks.
That does suck.
Not enjoyable. But I always like can Hulk smash people, you know, like when he like smashes the shit out of Loki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Puny God. I could do that to people in my dreams always.
That I think if I could do that, I would just do that to people.
Right?
Just I'd be like, you know, I just go find like some soft dirt, you know, somewhere I'm not going to kill anybody.
Yeah.
And just be like...
Just get like a lot of that kinetic sand. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I like it.
That kinetic sand shit's fun.
But yeah, I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
You know, if you...
I don't think I would run away if it was flipped.
Yeah. I mean, it would be the same situation. It would be over.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd run away.
Yeah. See.
But I don't think I could cheat either because I have such a nervous stomach. I'd just be constantly pooping. You know?
Yeah, you wouldn't be good at it.
I wouldn't because of my stomach and my stress and anxiety. You wouldn't because you're not a good liar.
Yeah.
And you don't delete anything from your phone. It's really just not great for you.
No, I wouldn't be a good cheater. But
which is good for us.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because less things to stress about, really.
That's true. But see, the thing is, if I run away, I can avoid a screaming.
Yeah.
You know? And then like
yeah, but then all your shit's here. You're gonna come back to no nice shoes. No Xbox.
Yeah, no. If I finished the sentence, it was going to be, but if I run away, all my Jordans are on fire.
Yeah.
Like,
or I would just sell them, make a little money.
Could.
Or I would just like subtly ruin them. Just pour pee in them. Okay. Crease all of them.
Okay.
Just Sharpie them. Right, fuck you, you fucking cheater, all over them.
Okay, it's like the car. Go. It's like the car thing, but with shoes.
Yeah, but with shoes, because I could do that to your car, I guess, but that just seems mean.
I like that. That's where you draw the line.
I don't know why. You're like, it's a nice car.
Oh, no, not the car. They're nice shoes, too.
Yeah, they're shoes, though. A car's expensive. Also, you got to know where the felony line is, you know, cost-wise.
Yeah, the felony line is a good point.
Yeah.
I like that you were like, no, not the car. That's so mean.
Like, I'd cut your dick off. I'm not going to ruin your car.
Oh, yeah, I'll stab out both your eyes, but the car is getting detailed
That
tomorrow.
Subaru Forester is so nice.
Yeah.
We went to the drive-in in Austin's car.
And the smoothest segment change in all of history.
I'm great at transitions.
Right there. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that Subaru Forester, which I'm not going to beat the shit out of, we went to the drive-in in it.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. We saw The Princess Bride.
Which is always good.
Yeah. Because we were like in public and there were like a lot of other people around, I did have to tell Faith to like stop screaming
I wasn't screaming,
like
but
the
I was being
script.
loud.
You were talking pretty loud.
Yeah, but I wasn't screaming.
No.
It makes me sound like I'm a psycho.
It's emphasis for the listeners.
Dramatic.
Yeah.
He's an exaggerator.
Yes.
Yes.
Bad at lying, great at exaggerating.
That's why he does the comedy. He exaggerates the stories. I don't think any story he tells for comedy is 100% true. Except for the one about Funyuns.
I forgot about that one.
Anyways.
But yeah, no, that was fun. They have great pretzels
They do have really good pretzels.
at the drive-in. They hurt your mouth a little though.
They are a little painful. Why?
It's the
that
big,
fancy salt.
big salt.
Yeah.
On top. Big salt.
I like Witzel's pretzels, which is fun to say anyways, but I like the little bites. Little pretzel bites.
I like the hot dog wrapped in pretzel.
I don't like hot dogs very much. I always
it's-
think I want a hot dog and I never do.
Yeah.
Are they
So,
even good? You know,
what-
I don't even know if hot dogs are good
I think hot dogs are good sometimes. Hot dogs are
at
good
sporting events.
and hot dogs are bad. At sporting events, they're usually good. I don't know what it is, but there's something in the air at like baseball and hockey games that make beer and hot dogs taste way better.
Yeah, magic.
I think you're right. But
It's the only time Cracker Jacks are good.
Cracker Jacks are good all the time. I don't know what you're
kidding.
talking about.
I'm Josh and I've never had Cracker Jacks.
You never had Cracker Jacks?
No.
It's just
All I know about Cracker Jacks is, take me out to the ball game. And there's prizes in them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine making a product that's so iconic that you get like put into like the theme song for a sport.
Pretty good.
Right?
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I ever come back.
to the root for the home team.
But
Baseball sucks.
dude, like
So
a
boring.
lot. It's so boring.
It's an American thing, I guess. People are always like, there's nothing more American than baseball and apple pie. And I'm like, both those things suck.
Yeah. I think
Except for you like apple pie. But
I think
baseball sucks.
I think baseball is an amazing sport to play with your kid.
Yeah.
Cuz
I think it's amazing how fast they can throw the ball.
oh,
And the hitting it is cool too. Because, like, really, when you think about the odds of hitting it with your tiny little stick, cool, but I don't want to watch it.
no. And there's been like a lot of like research and stuff done on baseball, and they're like the fact that people can hit like a major league fastball
Yeah.
shouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you're able to hit it proves how amazing your brain is.
Predicting.
Predicting,
Just reflex.
visualizing
Yeah.
reflexes and like moving you without you actually
Yeah.
doing anything,
It's like when you make a catch of something, like somebody just like throw something without realizing you're not looking, like, oh, and you like catch it and you're just like, I don't even, my body just did it. Brains are so crazy.
Brains are crazy.
Brains are nuts, guys.
Yeah. And baseball is like one of those sports where
It's like impressive. It's just boring.
it's just boring.
Just fine.
I would much rather. I've been getting like more into different sports. I've been kind of
Been watching that home game show on Netflix.
ooh, yeah, that home game. Home game is good. You guys should watch Home Game. The first episode is this crazy sport. It's called Calcio Storico, and it's only played in Florence, Italy. It only happens once a year, and there's 2 games.
It's like if rugby and MMA fighting had a baby.
It's exactly, and it's like if rugby and MMA had a baby and it hated you.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
But the guys are cute.
They're
scary.
jacked, yeah, and like inked up, and I turned it off while Faith's mom was over, and she like got mad at me.
She's enjoying the show.
Yeah, we were gonna put on something else, but That it's crazy. Like, it's so brutal. They only play it once a year, and
It just seems like such a commitment for one game a year. But I guess that's what the Super Bowl is, right? People are so invested. But you play so many lead-up games. Do they have practice? They must have practice.
I mean,
They can't just
in
go
your
out there.
leagues, you have like lesser games.
Yeah.
You know, because it's 4 leagues.
Yeah.
You know, based on where you were born in Florence.
Colors. Because there are
Colors.
colors. The teams are red, green, white, and blue. Or something like that. Some random color because they ran out of flag colors. So they had to pick another one.
Yeah. But so like they have like skirmishes. It's not like all out.
Yeah.
Like fighting each other.
But they practice.
And they run drills and, you know, stuff like that.
But you've been getting more into sports.
I've been getting more appreciative
Of the skill. Mm-hmm. I don't think they should make as much as they do.
I don't either.
Seems.
Well, Calcio Storico, they don't make anything. They should make more.
They should make more.
Yeah.
But most real, like, I don't know, what are they, professional sports players in this country make too much damn money, and it's just facts.
Baseball is dying. Like nobody's going to the stadiums. Well, especially right now, but even before, like nobody was going to the games.
That's
like
why it costs like a
happening.
fucking empty Coke can to get into Angel Stadium.
Yeah, and the players are still getting millions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy, you know?
Don't get it. And I also, beside the point, but this is probably because I hate sports, but don't use my fucking tax dollars to pay for your goddamn stupid fucking stadium.
Yeah.
Put it towards some potholes or a goddamn school. I don't care which, but don't put it toward a stadium.
If you're going to be a privatized...
Yeah.
You know, stadium, like, and the NBA is making all their money, or, you know, the NFL or MLB or whatever.
MLB, yeah.
Yeah, if they're making money off of ticket sales to this stadium, pay for it yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for real.
Crazy.
I don't care.
If,
you know,
if the city is going to build the stadium, they get the revenue for the stadium.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah. It just is annoying to me, but that's because I hate the sports.
Yeah.
Although, honestly, I've heard people that actually like sports also say the same thing. So maybe it's just some people care and some people don't. But I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. But I do think, like, as individual players, you're going to get deals from companies like
sponsorships. And
sponsorships,
which is fine.
You're completely entitled to all of that money. But hey, let the college basketball players do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
No,
that seems fucked.
It's some bullshit.
Because, like, we got a big ass stadium here. We are right next to the University of Oregon. They got a big ass stadium. The tickets are not cheap for those games, for a college game. I don't know how much they're supposed to be, but when we went a couple times, they weren't very cheap, and we had to stand. It was standing room.
Yeah. Well,
not even seats. The first time it was supposed to be seats, but some fat people were sitting there, so we couldn't.
Yeah, we didn't want to squish in.
We didn't want to be
them.
smushy next to them.
Yeah,
just touching sweaty shoulders. Ew.
And they were big fat fatties.
Yeah,
so
which
they
is
were
fine.
sweating a lot.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with being fat. I'm not saying that as like a body. That was just a fact.
No,
sometimes people take the word fat so badly. It's just a fact. Some people are fat. You have fat on your body.
Yeah, I'm kind of fat.
Yeah, I got a fat ass.
Yeah, you do.
But they weren't cheap, and you had to pay for the food and the drinks and the parking. It's like a whole thing. And like those poor student athletes are not getting paid shit. You're just playing for the chance of getting in fucking into the draft, I guess, right? That's what it's called?
And you get a scholarship some of the time.
Yeah, but still, just saying, doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Once again, we don't know what we're talking about, so just ignore us if this is all wrong.
Yeah, but
if you know better.
But I have been like a lot more appreciative. So like I've been really into sneakers and like looking them up, and because of like me being so into sneakers, Instagram has been showing me a lot more like
Black culture stuff.
Yeah, more stuff focused on Black culture, which
super cool.
Super cool. I had no idea the amount of effort that it took to get waves in your hair.
Yeah.
Crazy. Good for
I've
everybody
been getting a lot
who
more
has
of that stuff
waves.
advertised to me too.
Yeah, which I love.
I like to learn new things.
Yeah, I'm learning all this new stuff. Waves are crazy. And like a lot more basketball has been coming into it.
Yeah.
And it's like drills that they do to get faster, and like, you know, like the actual stuff that goes in behind the scenes. And I'm like, damn, this is
intense
work.
Yeah.
And even people who
No
aren't
one's like
professional.
denying it either.
Yeah, but I'm saying like even people who aren't professional, just like people who like to play on the streets, are putting in work to get themselves better at this game.
To get good at anything, you got to put in work.
Yeah. Netflix got me really into Formula One.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you were into a sport, like when we first started dating, it was probably racing. Because you're always like, oh, racing's so fucking cool, driving's so cool. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But only Formula One, not like NASCAR. You're not a fan of the circles.
It's repetitive.
It's cool, I guess. You're going really fast. And at least you can see them the whole time.
I want to go to a NASCAR race.
At some point,
you know, once
the Rona's over.
Yeah, going to a NASCAR race I think would be amazing, but going to the Grand Prix in Monaco is a bucket list item. It's
going
something
to Monaco would be cool.
It's something I'm doing before I die.
I bet the fucking prices are jacked in Monaco when that's happening.
Jacked.
I mean, Monaco's expensive anyways for sure.
We have to save so much money.
So much money.
But we're going.
Be like a 50th birthday thing. Want to agree on that?
Ooh, yeah. I'm into it.
50th birthday. I'll put it in my Google Calendar.
Okay. All right.
May of like, what would that be even? How old are you? 27?
Yeah. So
2040 something.
2043.
Yeah. In 2043, we're going to Monaco.
Dope. I'm into it.
All right, guys.
I'm excited for something that's not going to happen for another 23 years.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's
yeah.
going to be fun.
I'm
excited too.
Nice.
Let's plan something cool for my 50th. So we're going to save a lot.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what, but we'll figure it out.
Well, okay. Do you have like an event abroad that's like a bucket list item for you? Because like the Grand Prix in Monaco, it would just be like amazing. Everything that happens there during that, like the racing is amazing. The people who come in are crazy. Like the amount of wealth that flows into that city is insane.
Not something that I don't have an event in mind that we couldn't do before 50. Like we're gonna have to legitimately save a lot of money to go to Monaco for the Grand Prix.
Yeah. And
there's not like, any like big event that I want to do that I don't think we'll do before I hit
like
50.
Mardi Gras or something. Like
like Mardi Gras, or there's like a big book convention, book con that's in New York City. I think I'd like to go to Oktoberfest. I don't like beer, but I think it'd be fun to see. Like there's not anything that I can think of at this moment. Okay. But I'll consider it for the next 23 years.
Yeah, you got some time. Got some time to think it over.
Where can they find you, Austin?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah, you. Oh. That's who.
Stole the cookie from the cookie jar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's you. Couldn't be.
Then who?
You can find me on Instagram at Austin J. Kassler. That's Austin, the letter J, and then Kassler. You can also find me on the Facebooks at regular Austin Kassler.
You can find me on Instagram at I wish I could tag Faith, all one word. You can find the podcast at You're a Podcast. That's Youre, a podcast on Instagram and Twitter. If you just look up You're a Podcast on Facebook and YouTube, you can find us on YouTube. It is a little hard because we're still new there. Make sure you subscribe and like if you want to see our beautiful faces while you listen. But I do share all the links and everything on Facebook and Twitter, so that's easiest to find the videos. And the latest video is always linked on our Instagram on the bio. Anyways, make sure you find us, spread the word, stay safe out there, guys. Bye!